So, welcome. Today we're going to be talking about doing business in the Middle East. Making sure that you know proper etiquette is a really big part of doing business. In today's segment, you will be seeing two businessmen who've undergone training in etiquette and are now implementing it in business in the Middle East.
I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. I'm Katie, I'm a trainer, and I've made it my goal to make business people the best they can be.
Oh hi, I'm Kevin. I partied hard in college, but now I'm here to be the best businessman around.
Hi, I'm Oscar, and I'm a graduate of Harvard Business School. I look forward to doing business in the Middle East.
Let's start on some general information about the Middle East. The Middle East is located within the junction between Africa, Asia, and Europe. While there are many countries within the Middle East, we're just going to focus on 4 big business cities. The 4 cities which we are going to focus on are Cairo, Egypt, Abu Dhabi, which is in the United Arab Emirates, or UAE, Doha, Qatar, and last but not least, Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. Let's start with Cairo. Cairo is the capital of Egypt. It is also the biggest city in Egypt with a population of 9.5 million. Cairo's economy is largely based on tourism, which is slightly different from our other locations, as you will soon notice. Egypt also has a republic government, which is basically like a democracy, like here in the US. Our second city is Abu Dhabi, which is in the United Arab Emirates. Abu Dhabi is the capital of UAE. The UAE is a federation of 7 emirates: Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Sharjah, Ajman, Al Quwain, Faraja, and Ras Al Khaimah. An emirate is an area ruled by an emir. An emir is typically a Muslim military commander. Abu Dhabi is known to be the richest emirate within UAE. Oil resources count for 60% of its GDP. Doha is our next city. Doha is the capital of Qatar. Qatar is also known to be the richest country because it has the highest GDP per capita. Qatar has a constitutional monarchy, which means that it is a monarchy where power is passed along generations, but parliament does have some power to limit the king and queen. A big part of Qatar's economy is petroleum. Petroleum accounts for 70% of government revenue, as well as 85% of export earnings. Our last city is Riyadh. Riyadh is the capital of Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia does have the largest oil reserves in the world, which counts for 50% of its GDP. Saudi Arabia does have an absolute monarchy government. Saudi Arabia is also the US's biggest business partner within the Middle East. First, the businessmen are going to have a meeting with a representative from the host country. It's really important that they make a good first impression and present themselves in an appropriate manner. Let's go see how they do.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, I'm good.
What's wrong?
Thank you.
You. Here you go.
Thank you. Okay. Here's ours.
So I was thinking, for the business meeting.
You're going straight to business?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Kevin, no! Stop! Everything you did was wrong!
So, how do you think Kevin did?
Overall, pretty terrible performance. I didn't have high expectations knowing his background, but yeah, he really sank below the bar today. So first off, he started with asking, "How are you?" which is seen as insincere or intrusive in the Middle East. Also, he attempted to shake hands with a woman, which is impolite. The woman should shake hands first. Also, he gave gifts with the left hand, which is considered unclean or disrespectful. The gift bag was yellow, which is in Egypt considered a symbol of mourning. The business card was only written in English, and it's polite in the Middle East to have it English and Arabic. Also, he took the business card from her and put it straight into his pocket without looking at it, which is also disrespectful. He also went straight into business without establishing a personal relationship first, which is a very important part of doing business with Middle Eastern people. And to top it off, he crossed his legs, which is disrespectful in the Middle East.
Hi, it's nice to meet you.
Hi, it's nice to meet you.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Our business card.
Thank you. And this is our business card.
Thank you. So, I'd like to continue this over dinner with another one of my business associates.
Sounds nice.
That was so good.
How did Oscar do?
Oh, 10 out of 10 all across the board. It was perfect. He gave the gift with his right hand, which was much more respectful than what Kevin did. The gift was blue, which means safety and protection in the Middle East. He looked at the business card. The business card was both in English and Arabic, and he also set up a dinner to get to know her on a more personal level. So, perfect.
Thanks to Oscar, a dinner meeting was secured. Events like dinner and going out for coffee are really important because it gives both parties the opportunity to know each other better. So now that we've gotten to know each other better, let's talk about business. So I think we should start exporting to Germany.
I don't think so.
Instead of exporting to Germany, I think that we should consider more options.
Yeah, I mean, I really think that's a good option too. I mean, there's so many things that we could be doing.
Hey, you think I can make this?
What?
Kobe!
You didn't recycle that.
Was I supposed to? I think I'm still thirsty. Waitress, wine!
So, how did dinner go?
Dinner went really well for Oscar, and really poorly for Kevin. He was really disrespectful throughout the whole dinner. He added salt to his food, which is frowned upon because it implies that it wasn't seasoned well enough. He was super direct when he said no to the businesswoman's idea about exports. He threw his water bottle in the garbage, which is not eco-friendly, which is highly valued in Qatar. He also asked for wine, which is forbidden in many Middle Eastern countries.
Well, that was an interesting meeting. There were definitely some highs and lows. It's really important to keep in mind that there are many cultural differences between American and Middle Eastern businesses. Manners that are typically appropriate in America are not usually appropriate in the Middle East, so it's good to make sure that you are educated beforehand. Hello.
Hello.
Would you guys like anything to eat?
Yeah,
No, thank
sure.
you.
Thank you.
Don't you think it's rude that she shows up late? Anyways, I was thinking if I could, take up 81%, maybe 99.7% of the company.
Excuse me?
Well, I think what he means is that he wants to be a big part of this company.
Yeah, that works. That sounds really great. We can talk further more about it.
Hey, can I borrow you for a minute?
Yeah, sure.
How rude that she dares leave this room when we're having a meeting.
Actually, in the Middle East, it's pretty common for business meetings to be interrupted.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I think it's great. I think 33% ownership really is reasonable and fair.
Alright, sounds good. Put that down.
Why?
So how did the business meeting go?
I'm seeming to notice a pattern with Oscar and Kevin. Kevin is failing at almost every level possible, and Oscar is really doing well. So Kevin was offended when Smita came in late, even though punctuality is actually not valued in the Middle East. He also didn't accept refreshments, which was pretty rude in the Middle East. Also, he asked for a large majority of ownership of the company when actually it's forbidden for foreigners to own more than 49% of a company. Also, he was again offended when there was an interruption in the meeting, which, as Oscar said, is commonplace in the Middle East. And to top it all off, he did a thumbs up sign, which is very offensive in the Middle East.
Hi guys, I'm the CEO. I've reviewed both your performances. So how do you think you guys did?
I think I did pretty well.
Yeah, you actually got a promotion.
Did I get one?
No! It's me! You're fired!
What?